Just figured I'd capture some of the new features that we've got available to us on this new map. Um, Try to run through it and give you an idea of where everything is and how things are set up. Do this from a general point of view. Won't go into any specifics for particular roles. We can cover that in some other videos. This is your starting point and your arsenal sitting right here. I've got these guys set up back here with basic loadouts for the different roles. Come up to them, you do interaction. So this guy's got a basic squad leader setup, team leader, medic, pilot, engineer, EOD, UAV, basic rifleman. Over here we have some interactions. You got roles set up, so you can pick your role. Halo jump settings, if you want to go that route. This will spawn a little EOD UAV that can be used to assist with explosives disposal. This is a drone spawn location, so these are your options to choose from, but obviously you got to be a drone operator in order to fly them. And same thing with these suicide drones. They can be spawned. What else we got in here? Arsenal. There was a small change for these items here. We've got actually portable drones, so they will actually fit within your inventory. So you don't have to waste the backpack space to carry the portable drones. Now these are just for surveillance. Gonna be the suicide drones. Have the ammo that has been added in, which allows you to repack your magazines. Quick rundown on that shortly. So right now we'll just go grab a basic rifle. This way. Training range. We got you practice area. Dueling tree. A couple of dueling trees. Small arsenal here to grab some supplies if need be. Let's go ahead and we'll grab a couple things of ammo. Let's see. So there is a limit of 90 pounds. If you go over that 90 pounds, you will be overweight and hard to move. See the weight down in the lower right hand corner. Let's go ahead and just give ourselves a box of 30 rounds of 5.56. Puts us over. See, we are now overweight. So I do just for this purpose. We'll get rid of rocket launcher. That gives us carry space, some weight. Alright, so let's grab that. One thing I would strongly suggest is if you're gonna do this, to grab a speed loader also. Show you. So what we did was we've got the boxed 5.56 30 rounds in a box, and then we've got 7.62 belt, we've got 5.56 belt, got 7.62 in the 30 rounds, and 50 cal 30 rounds, and then you've got 9mm for the Glocks, 30 rounds in a box. So kind of just go ahead and burn off a few rounds. reload it. Now you can do your self interaction. You can see that you have show what you have. So we used 10 rounds out of that last mag. So now we've got a fresh mag in. This is showing 20 of 30. So you can go ahead and refill that. You can actually take it. You can unload it if you want. So what we'll do is we'll take one of those boxes of 30 round ammo, loose ammo, unpack it, and what we do is we go into refill. We select that 20 of 30 round magazine, and then hold down the space bar. And like I said, with that speed loader, it's much faster. If you don't have it, it does take a while. So now if we come in and look, we should have no ability to reload anything because all our mags are currently full. If we go to unload, it shows all magazines at 30 of 30, so they're all capped out. Switch back to our rifle. Okay. All right, here, and I don't know if you can see it just quite yet, but down in the lower right-hand corner, we do have thirst and hunger turned on, so that's something that's going to have to be watched as well. You can bring canteens of water, bottled water with you. This is a EOD practice area. We've got some training mines set up out here. I'll make a video later to show how to use the mine detector and disposal tool, disarm tool, I guess is what it's called. We do have a teleport system around the base, so you can come up to these billboards. You see it up in the left-hand corner. Teleport, and click on that, and then got a few spots throughout the base that you can teleport to and come over to the detention center. So if we end up picking up any POWs, anything like that, they can be brought over, housed in here. Medical training area. If you just want to get some practice, you don't feel like shooting anybody in the leg, you can come over here and find the sweet spot, and it should show up in the go ahead. Let's give them back blast. Generate that. Action menu, so you can just patch him up, get him going again. So just a great way to do some training with, again, so you don't have to run around and shoot any of your teammates. It's a good practice. HQ is back over here. Decontamination area. If you end up running into any type of hazmat, you decontaminate here. Another water spot, so you can actually drink from here or fill up your canteens. Also, water can be used to cool weapons. There are spare barrels that can be pulled out of arsenal. If your barrel gets to be too hot, you can swap them out. Otherwise, if the barrel gets too hot, it will actually fire off, a round from time to time, just because the barrel's so hot. Let's see, another teleport. We can go over at fuel depot. I'll come over here. There are fuel trucks in here that we can spawn and have to do some missions with. You can bring your fuel truck over here to actually fill up the cargo, the fuel cargo. It's not the actual fuel that's used to drive the vehicle. So we come over here, we can refill the source, but there's also a fuel pump, so you can refuel the truck as well, and that's for just driving fuel for that one. Back to HQ real quick. Over here we have motor pool, the ability to spawn out vehicles. Got decent selection. Gives you the cargo size that they're able to carry. Spawn this one here. Now it is advisable to go ahead and refuel these vehicles because they don't always get returned with a full tank of gas. So this one's not too bad, but seen worse. Actually, let's spawn something that has. Let's do MRAP. So all vehicles will spawn with a unknown amount of fuel and no ammo. So you actually interact with this, take ammo, and whatever is close to it, it'll tell you what kind of ammo it can take. So you can grab the tracer ammo for the 50 cal. The vehicle, rearm. That will give you 100 rounds of 50 cal ammo, and you can do that a couple of times. You could actually even store some additional ammo in cargo if you felt that was necessary. And just for curiosity's sake, let's see what it has for fuel. No, it's up there. Alright, let's go see what else we can find. Let's go over to fixed wing. So this is location to spawn fixed wing aircraft. You can interact with these computers. So this one operates the left side over here. And there's another computer there that'll operate the right side. A couple of aircraft to choose from. It'll spawn, no armament whatsoever. Come in, you interact with this computer. This will give you your loadout manager. So now you can go through, you can select what you want for your pylons. Now there is a cost to these items. You can hit this button here, show resources. You'll see these items. So these are your resources. This is spare parts, this is fuel, and this is your ammunition. And every time change out the ammo on your vehicle, it consumes some of those resources, and at some point in time you will run out of resources and you'll have to get more, and I can show you where to get more. But you can build out your loadout. You can then go ahead and save it for later. You know, you can easily set that preset to load out that armament that you want. You can then refuel, repair, rearm at this location, but again, you will have to have resources to do it. Let's see if we can once again teleport. We'll teleport over to the supply depot. Actually, you know what? Let's teleport over to Rotary real quick. Same situation over here in Rotary. You've got two different computers, left side, right side. They will control or what you can spawn in those locations. None of this stuff is spawns with pilots, so it will be something that a player would have to pilot. Same situation, you've got tools, fuel, ammo. All of those will have to be replenished at some point in time. Here, this will be supply depot area. This will be all the items that you're going to bring with you. If, you know, depending upon what your missions are. This is supply depot for aircraft. Talk to this guy. Can get you there it is, aircraft supply station. So then you got that ammo trolley, jet fuel, and tool carts. And you got 2 different spots, so you can get them from both locations. Ammo spawns right there. Incredibly strong. We can do action with this right there and carry it. Just take it over. You can put it within those concrete barriers, and it'll register with the system, and you'll then have additional ammo to load. Just drop that there. These items here, these are going to be spawnable items. So this here is a large field HQ. If you do check position, it'll kind of lay it out for you. It's not a great spot to see it, but you can see kind of what's involved in it being laid out. It works better in an open area, but and then it's gone. So what is this one here is a checkpoint container. We have over here, the green one is a comms tower. Yellow is sandbag container. So you could bring that with you if you were deploying a fob or any other location that you needed to deploy. You could bring that with you, and that will give you abundance of sandbag choices to set up around your buildings. And then this is a deployable medical container. These are tents. These can be broken down. You can come in here, interaction. You can load it up into this wooden crate, and then this wooden crate can be loaded, and that can be taken wherever you need to, put out, and becomes a medical tent. This is container spawner, so you can spawn different size containers, cargo containers, and a fob container as well. So you can spawn that. This can then be moved around, and you can then deploy that as a fob. We'll come down here. We've got some additional supply spawning things. These computers will allow you to spawn static items. So you've got tow launchers, artillery, mortar tubes, 50 cal, anti-air pods, 40 mic launcher, cruise missile launcher, radar, and CRAM. Now all those items will spawn, have no ammo, so we can just, and again, because we are incredibly strong, carry that. Now if you had a vehicle close by, cargo vehicles, you could load that up into it. Like the item, you can go ahead and delete it. Should be able to delete it. I'll have to look at that. But looking here, so this will tell you how much cargo each one of these items does require to be able to transport it. So you'll have to look at the vehicles to make sure you have enough cargo space to do that. These are ammo containers. Go ahead and interact with them. get whatever kind of ammo you need. So if you had to go out and deploy a cruise missile launcher or something like that, right here, this will give you additional missiles that you can take so that you can then arm that weapon system. Just to show you, here's the CRAM. You can pop this out, take it back, and put it up into that. With 400 rounds in that CRAM. Another location down here for just helicopter landing and refueling. Control V will allow you to jump over items, climb up items. So if you needed to refuel a chopper, you could come in, land here. This will be your rearming station. This here will allow you to actually spawn supplies. So we've got portable fuel tanks, medical supplies, ammo. This is personnel ammo, so you're looking for like your M4s, your 240 Bravo, that type of stuff, explosives, weapons, equipment. We got tires, tracks, mortar ammo. So all that stuff can be spawned in and delivered to any type of location that we possibly need it. So this is just a small fuel tank. This, I believe, has like 300 liters or something in it. So it's not a ton of fuel, but definitely works if you were in a bad spot, ran out of fuel, and needed to deliver it to somebody. That would work. On this side over here, we've got additional ammo crates. So again, you can spawn the same amount or same type of ammo that we had on the other side. These will spawn up supplies over here. So these are like humanitarian, pallets of water, rice, grain, miscellaneous supplies, large fuel tank. You run into a situation where a village needs a fuel tank for a generator or something like that. You can spawn that, come over, interact with it, deliver it via a truck, fuel it up, of gas for or fuel for a period of time. Let's see what else we got over here. These choppers here are all AI piloted, so these can be used for transport. I take that back. This one is not AI piloted, but these three are. So you have the squad leader has the ability to communicate with these guys over radio. Individual players can come in and actually get into them. And you can do your interaction, so you'd have the ability to fly off in fast rope or land or something along those lines. But only squad leader is able to communicate with them and give them orders, not seated in the aircraft. These aircraft you can actually parachute from also. You have the ability to static line jump essentially with them. So if you had a parachute on, you could get in and head and do a jump. You can do the same thing with beasts, get in them. And let's see. Let's put a chest. Actually, I'll fix that so that those shouldn't have had any kind of inventory in them. This guy here is actually the guy you should have talked to get a parachute. So see now how you got one. So I'll just show you what that static line jump looks like. To the little bird.
Front.
Let's have him fly up. So any of the aircraft is going to get a parachute, static line, stand up, flip up, and once you're hooked up, wheel mouse, so static line jump, immediately push you out of the aircraft and deploy your chute. Now, with the ACE parachutes, or with these parachutes, with ACE, you have the ability to cut the parachute, and then you can deploy your reserve chute. So, depending upon how far up you are, sometimes falling can take quite some time. So that will help speed it up a little bit. Put yourself on the deck. Equipment, put your backpack back on. And now Little Bird, all infantrymen should be able to communicate with them, so we can just tell it to RTB. He'll come back. You also have the ability to spawn all those same supplies. Fuel tanks, medical, ammo, all that. Each one has a set of cones where you can spawn. See back there. Same thing over here. And as you can see down in that right-hand corner, our thirst and our hunger is starting to kick in. So as it gets worse and worse, those icons will get darker and darker. They're transparent, you're in good shape, but like I said, as they get darker, that just means you're more hungry and thirsty. So we can just drink some water, and that should reduce it down a little bit. And you've got canteens that you can fill up at the water source. You've got water bottles that you can bring with you. And I think it's like 2 or 3 hours before any kind of negative effect will kick in, but you can start to go unconscious from not eating or drinking. Come into miscellaneous items. And you've got your different MREs here. Last but not least, we have CTAB, which I think is really cool, Blue4 Tracker. And that is, if you watch the key binding video, that is bound to the H key, and H key will bring it up there. Control H will bring that up. It gives you the ability to, all the other players that have the device on them, it will register their group name and it'll actually show them as individuals. So it's a great way to see where the rest of your members are located throughout the map. But great way to get a bearing, distance, that type of stuff. So very helpful. I think it's something to look at and play with. All right, well, I think that covers everything in the map that is general. I will do some additional videos for specifics for the different roles that are available. If you think there's anything that's been missed or you want to have a little more detail on something, just let me know. Thanks.